Hello everyone, and welcome to the park, a pseudo spin-off from The Secret World made by Funcom. This is, in particular, the park is a zone within like, 1/3 of the map of the starting area. So with that being said, let's delve deeper into the park itself. New game. Apparently I'm not allowed to ASMR. I don't think so.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Vixie's already declaring pedo bear. Hey, the controls work properly right out of the gate this time. Last time they actually hung up right there and I had to tab out and in again. One bear crying baby face. Atlantic Island Park. Bingo!
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Rip. Press left click to interact with items in the world. Oh. I'm pressing.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Got the kid in the car. Smart, at least. The windows are rolled down. And some will fall. Tribute to the unnamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who used their talents to bring the dream to Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all with those who follow after. May 77. In fact, yeah, that's some strange wording. Game? I got it, game. Can I leave now? Oh, okay. Escape button did help. Okay.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
How do you get in if the gates are locked? Nope. By the way, looking down. Hello, feet. Not every day you get a game like this where you can actually see your own feet. He's already dead. Oh. Oh. Right click to try and find Callum. Well, you aren't a quirky looking fella.
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
Over here.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
Quite choppy. Well, about the only thing I can do about that is maybe set this to auto and hope that it doesn't look too bad. Heck. See you again. Oh, that did seem to have cleaned it up a bit. Not great, but it's a bit better.
It's easy to get lost here.
So we just came in from the entrance. So we're at the Sideshow Alley.
Stop, Callum!
You can't catch me.
Examine the
I
shoe.
think this belongs to Callum. Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad Chipmunk, welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in the daily ice sculpture shows in the following locations: 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. the Octotron, and 3 p.m. at the park entrance. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad has beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Oof. Friendly.
What is this about?
I can't even read it. Let me try to get closer. I'm going to have to pull the mic off the stand here. Purchased the land on... Okay, so purchased the parkland for pittance. I might add... Old Atlantic did it to the locals. Just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters. From the moment I arrived on the island, my lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the Carter still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. He did terrible dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for the place and the will to see that this vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park, the name is perfect and I cannot imagine being anywhere else. This is the start of something amazing. Solomon Island. Yeah, that's it. What is that noise? Coming from over the radio. Ugh.
Wait for Mommy!
Come on, Mommy!
Callum, stay where you are!
Oh, there he is.
Come on, Mommy!
Callum deserves to die. That looks sanitary, Kappa. Well, our character's wearing ripped mom jeans with Ugg boots, so meh.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. "What will become of us?" the woodcutter asked his wife one night. "I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there." "No, my wife, I cannot do that," said the man. "Then we will all 4 starve, you fool." Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. "Do not fret, Gretel," Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children,
Dixie, it's a
still
cookbook.
licking their sweets, followed.
It's a cookbook. Ah!
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Well, that was pleasant. Gee, it's almost like something ominous and bad is happening in this place. Exorcist boat. That's my second achievement now, according to Steam.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws. Come out, sweetie!
Callum, why are you whispering like a creeper? Speakers are making weird whispery sounds again. Yeah, a larger variety of freaked out and scared faces, I think. It says Vixie for the chat, and he needs more scared faces. Oop.
Another accident. This place.
Is that daggers in the bear's eyes? A dagger in the bear's eye. Oh great, another hard to read note. Let's see here. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbons, so the only question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried the customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of the Atlantic Henderson. It's astounding to think that a response of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use I'm not sure what that last word is. He chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I see. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. Archie Henderson, okay. My shadow, it's spooky. Ooh. Where's that behind you? Ooh!
Callum! Where did you go?
Follow the trail. Ugh. By the way, every time we call out Callum, it's me clicking the right mouse button. anything down here? Seems to be like a big open area, but you'd swear there'd be something else out here. But I guess not. The Octotron. Callum, I'll be back tomorrow. Try to find you. I'll try to find you once light out. This is your fault, son. Goodbye. Stop playing these games.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Phrasing, lady, phrasing.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Eyewitness report, Atlantic Island Park incident. Officer on duty, Sheriff F. Bannerman. Witness Norma Creed. Oh, Norma. We know Norma. She's the little lady out in the area before the park. She's out there with a shotgun and a huge bonfire. We were waiting for our turn on the ride, Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Yes, old Norma, I remember Bannerman. Yeah, I think Bannerman was also mentioned too. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or a lion, but as more and more of the ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that the thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit. And then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments, it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick. Blood was spraying, and people were screaming. Frank and I had the kid, and the kids were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making this horrible creature look even less attractive. Hello. Wait. Thought I saw something out of the corner. That was weird. I'm sure it's safe, Kappa. More or less alive. Oh. there was someone there. I can almost make words out of it, and now I can't. Dang it.
Oh, I remember this.
Family Ties achievement just popped up. She looks a bit out of it, and Callum looks kind of freaked out. Okay, that's where we came from.
Where are you? Callum?
This way, Mommy.
I keep almost half hearing words.
Come back, Callum.
This way.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Kind of unusual building here. Ooh, page here. I thought working on the park for the summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season is here. It really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spends their days standing around gossiping, and most of that gossip is about Chad. I'm trying to read the next line and I can't quite see it. When the page drops, there's gonna be a face right behind it in the window, and to scare me, I know it. That's what Vixie says in the chat. I mean Steve, see? Even I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that shit. But but the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was little things like referring to refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to the park management about the smell, and I saw him wearing walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day, but nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since last time I saw him. Uh, uh, Puking up in the gutter outside of the gas station because he has cause he was all can carve a because all of a sudden because sure as hell, okay, there we go, he sure as hell can carve a mean sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I could really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me up, fucking me, whatever it was he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called the supervisor, and he came by. Chad, Steve wanders off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. So also, I quit. I don't want to see the chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. Ah! Not a face, but definitely a person. Yes, we get it. You're panting. Nah, not as scary as it would have been if it was actually a legit creepy face. But yeah, that's like, ah! And Vixie's just frustrated.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Catch me, Mommy.
Hate scary games, lol.
Constant crashes and 80s music. I guess it floats someone's boat.
Wait, one of these has the lights on. Examine accident report. Just got the achievement, the shakes. Check behind doors. Employee's name, Francis Dufresne. Members working on crane. Dufresne. Ah. Brief description of accident or incident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attached to the load to the bulk came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Fresnel was directed by the was crushed by the weight of the cars. Described any injuries caused. Francis was killed. Oh, Francis. Oh, I'm like trying to read it as a P. It's an F. That's how blurry it is to me. Did you replace a doctor? Yes. If yes, did you file an employer's portion of the workers' compensation form? Yes. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claimed to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the strap. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What could have been done to prevent the accident/incident? Double check the strap after transit should be mandatory, and drug screening for all drivers. Yes, urine sample. They're already sharing the load. It's on. Yeah, I accidentally hit my switch. I knew that was going to happen eventually. They are sharing the load. It's on a truck. Delicious urine samples. No.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, "Yes, Sheriff."
No more notes on Windows. She's happy. You crazy. Oh, another tiny note. Constantly delayed the conference of the... What? The incompetence of the builders? The incompetence of the builders, yep. The problem. The problem is that they are locals, and so they have a lot of rumors about what old man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on these tales. Henderson's a piece of work too. Every time a bolt comes close, or a wrench comes loose, or a wrench goes missing, these fools are crossing themselves against the against black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other against all the other petitions. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of that power just dispersing beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called from a few. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy. Okay. Got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that old man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to Brooklyn, the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find a piece of the plans that I'm missing. The quote-unquote Brooklyn crowd, eh? Oh, fun! This doesn't look like a rusty, horrific mess.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed, but I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone.
Hold on a second, I'm getting a stream error. I'm not sure if it's just me or what's going on. It says I'm still live. Okay, still live. All right. So it's just the messing up. All right, sorry. Continuing.
Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
There he is. And he's gone.
Callum, where did you go?
Baby cries?
Where are you, Callum? Callum? Tell Mommy where you are.
I heard him. Somewhere down the path.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Mom of the year 2018. And that's the chat.
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Ups and downs achievement. Oh, there he is again.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Well, there's some nightmare fuel for you folks. Yep, already gone. Take a
The
flashlight.
witch awaits. I'm not playing anymore, Callum! Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. I can help you, Callum.
Don't let him take me.
The
Newspaper.
whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in park goers' mouths. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park, I don't actually have to lean in to read this one, were shocked and horrified by the discovery of the dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse was yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is a true tragedy, and when something like this occurs, especially in the place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of the Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring the case to rest. Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on this story going forward. Blood splatters? It's back here. Nothing. Bell checking. Perfect place to hide something.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Ah! Okay, that one got me. You screaming got me. I think we need some happy pills. Happy pills!
These are mine.
Say no to the graffiti. Only dead fish follow the stream. Not safe. The League, I can taste your dreams. Is a fat Sheriff Bannerman is a fat pig, but his daughter is hot. Fuck gravity. Fear the boogeyman, stop picking your nose then. Don't believe anything they tell you. Are you better off than you were years ago? Reagan 80. All that you love will be carried away. Some kids laugh and some kids cry, but mostly children simply die. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow, we are tripping hard. Ooh. Oof.
Don't touch me.
Future times. Belly button is the signature of your personal curator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a negative broken fires of the you don't believe that the belongs to better what the hell? Seems to be a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah, it's nonsense. Come back.
Callum, I'm sorry. Callum, I'm sorry.
Keep them away from me.
Don't leave me here, Callum. Okay, no.
I'm scared.
What a strange trip it's been. Achievement. Yeah.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Don't let the witch put me in the oven.
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Ooh, loading. House of Horrors achievement. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. Joining a throng of townfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools, scared of what they don't understand. My machines, my machines went silent and dejected. Dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retrieved here to the House of Horrors. I must think. That's Mr. Winters. His son, also Mr. Winters, comes back in the secret world, and is kind of caught out in the parking lot. There's Kellum up there. Ooh. Don't be doing that, flashlight. Don't be doing that. Well, you look happy. Nope, nothing as far as I can tell. Another one of you, huh? Ah! I hate you. Where are you? There was a jump button, I swear. Nope. Yeah. I didn't see the cut out on the ground. Dang you. Cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with its intended function. It's as though the very air in this place is completing the power even as I correct it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. He's referring to the Illuminati, because that's a group and they prefer to wear the color blue. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. I assume after the stabbing incident, Steve, aka Chuck, got put away. Hiya. Just saw you before you jumped up. You're an asshole. Uh. Yeah. Oh, that's a happy face. Get back here.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Oh, disconnection notice. She wasn't able to pay the bills. Hunger. The shocking true story. The true story of the Donners. Wilting. Start picking up a lot of oddly named horror titles. Aww. And then it's gonna turn horrible. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Number, drop off Callum, electricity bill, fix faucet. She's at least trying. Oh yeah, look at that thing go. Ugh. Chicken! No, okay. Don't get fridged. Lorraine, I received your letter and I am quite surprised you ran off with your father of ran off with your father of all those years ago when this appeared off the edge of the map, and then I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write me asking for help. I had another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Wow. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking over open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I am ready to forgive you. Please don't I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again, Karen. Oof. So her parents split. She was supposed to go for her mother, but she left her mother to go for her father, who continued to abuse her, apparently. Mom of the year 2017. Dunwich Emergency Services. Repeat our messaging today. Due to you fully recover from your illness. Ah. Okay. Must have been the place she was sent to recover. Emergency services. Follow up with local physicians. Food stabilizers. Okay, so she was getting stuff for mood swings as well as other things, apparently. Mood stabilizers, lithium based. Prescription. Newborn son Callum, who was placed in foster care. Shock therapy. Oh, that's why the whole shocking thing that she mentioned. Nothing but pain. Yeah. Eesh. I wish you could, like, zoom in or something. Inquiry into the estate of Mr. The previous note's ending was important. A prescription for something that can be filled at Fagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She has been advised to start with 50 milligram dose and then, based on the advance of her demeanor, to increase the medication as needed. I meant the discharge bit after the handwritten bit. Oh. Was offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is the support network. Okay. Lorraine from this institution. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroshock therapy. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Ooh. She lost Callum and got him back. Yep. and she has a caretaker to watch over him while she's busy working during the day. Inquiry into the state of Mr. Donald Williams has been... We regret to inform you that our primary benefactor of the estate, including the life insurance settlement for exceptional death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of the New York State. So she had, supposedly her father had the insurance, but he never switched it over to her, I think. Oh. Her boyfriend Don's parents got his money and not her son. Oh. So so the boyfriend passed away and the insurance didn't go to help protect his son, but just went back to his parents. And they refused any contact. Okay, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to read some of that. I have to like literally lean in and squint. I can't even guarantee I'll catch it all. Quack, 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 the little duck came back. Yeah, we're starting the loop again. And we're circus again. The pills again. Oh wow, this is impossible to read. Vixie's apparently been able to make it out. I don't know if he's reading the screen or if he's writing or something. Things are not right between us at the moment. I know I want to try. I think it's because I am far from home. And I'm working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse. Like a spring. Something my mind. Yeah, this is really hard to read. Winding tighter and tighter. Like a spring, my mind winding tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guy, something, and we laugh, and we're good people again. Don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. But when this job is done, we need to get out of this state. We need to go back to the city. Where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. was thinking about names for boy and girls. I like Callum for a boy. Yep, that's the letter and Emma for if it's a girl. That was a note from the boyfriend. Yep. Thank you for helping with that, Vixie, because yeah, I couldn't make heads or tails out of that. The hunger is still here. The wilting is still here. More medication. Doesn't sound happy over there. Another bottle down here on the floor. Shit. Take the pills. Call up Dr. Spencer. Our nice babysitter for Callum. That sink still isn't fixed. Open it? Open what? Open the door? I tried to. Oh, open the fridge maybe? Still the chicken and wine. Can't. That's all it does. Wait. Is there still a wrench over here? Nope. Of course, a good tool to break down the door is gone. See, they even thought of it too. I didn't run away, Dad took me. She didn't run away. She was kidnapped. Thank you, William, for the new watch. It is very nice and made me happy. Carrot. This is becoming stain covered. Round 3. Oh dear. Looking to see if there's anything that changed. Not seen anything. Oh wait, no. The bottom. The story of Hansel and Gretel. Stuff is changing. Shocking fake story. Chipmunk goes stab, stab, stabbing. In the eyes, a jab, jab, jabbing. And all the townies grab, grab, grabbing. Just lie down and let it happen. Basil gonna Gangla win. Oof. Some sort of backwards stuff.
That's the way it goes. And old fans, new fans, any fans, old fans. When you play it for that, I know your fans are fluffy.
With this novel, Lorraine cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of the generation.
But beautiful sound, the new sound, people. And then, there she is.
And the exotic dancer named Lorraine is the key to saving the world again. Damn exciting, everyone. Excited from the Lorraine novel. Lorraine is back. Ooh. What did you walk by on the left? What do you mean? This? We read this. This has been retitled Hansel and Gretel. Or are you talking about Callum stuff? Oh my word. Other left. Bookshelf. There's nothing here. It doesn't highlight. Oof. Thought someone was by the wall. No. Oh God. Doll's missing a head. Lots of creepy backwards talking. The light is working now. Oh, there's the wrench. It's permanently stuck around the sink and still not stopping anything. Any more bottles in the sink. Oof. Milk, prescription cheese, prescription bread, prescription butter, prescription corn, prescription potatoes, prescription apple, prescription fish sticks. Remember, more pills. Tickets to Atlantic Island Park. Can you turn the drawing over? No, I can't touch any of these drawings. They're too far away. Oh, you mean the drawing that we pick up off the ground? Nope. We've not been able to. It's used like any of the other papers. It's no more chicken. Another weird picture in the back of the fridge. A lot of the papers don't actually rotate or move, so... It's history of Solomon Island. Carrot. More pleasant things in the pictures. Ooh! go again. Mother Duck said quack, quack, quack and never came back. Oh dear. Boogeyman goes a walking, sneaking, stealing, stalking. He's really talking. Now is not the time for balking. Cerebral cortex win. The story. The witch always wins, and here in the pages of this broken story. My two best friends, Dawn and Laura. With Can You Hear Us, Lorraine? A sun will... Cattle, Shadow, Dominion. Listen, Lorraine. Irresponsible, answer us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are watching. So far away, I can't even read it. Prescriptions all the way down. You are alone. Nobody loves you. Callum is no longer who he once was. Fridge is looking safer and safer. Due to our meeting today, we consider you to be batshit fucking insane. Let's be clear. You are in no way sound of mind and body, and you are a danger to everybody around you. Please notice that your only escape from this should be drugs. A shitload of them. Smoking, snorting, oral, intravenous. Take them any way you can and as often as you can. That shit can only make your life better. In case there was any doubt, you are suffering a relapse and nobody cares. Nobody can help you now. Don't fuck this up. Have a nice day. hell exploded there? Oh, joy. Here we go, down the rabbit hole again. Ooh, that's not getting happier either. Dr. Spock, yeah. No comments from that room this time. Well, the babies are gone. Lorraine, I need you to focus on what we are discussing. The chipmunk killer, Steve Garner. He was locked away for what he did to those kids. Nathaniel Winter hasn't been seen in years, but he's nowhere near Atlantic Island Park. We've established this. You know this. Tension as fuck, right? It's still the same book. We are talking. Can you hear us, Lorraine? The killing. The sun will be devoured. All the cattle will be enslaved. The shadow lies on your future. Our dominion, if you listen, Lorraine, you are key to damning the world. We are irresponsible. You can only join us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are one. Oh dear. Oh, the fridge has been... No, that's another fridge. Baby's in the oven. Oh joy. Ooh. You will watch me rot. Oof.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
Just finished my dinner. I know there, where that is. I watched, I think, John Wolfe play that right after it came out. Oh, this that's Barry, I think. Salmon book. Hansel and Gretel.
Callum. Callum! Callum. Callum. Callum!
I'm trying to move her away.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
That's the guy that we saw at the beginning of the park.
In
No
my
defense
heart
from
and
the
mind,
bug.
I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
As far as we're aware, we aren't the ones that killed her son, but it does seem that the demons want her to believe that she did. As for that bug on the table, I'm not sure, but it would seem to hint at the bugs that give people superpowers in the secret world. So how this all correlates, I'm not entirely perfectly sure. But if something did happen to Callum, it's the park to blame. I wonder if playing through the game will give you alternate endings. I'm not sure. You should probably look into that. Probably not. I meant Callum died. Is he, though? So it's not supposed to get answers, you're supposed to get more questions. I agree with nothing you said. I am sure we killed him, and he deserved it. There's Vixie with the hot takes in the chat. He's a very naughty boy. Alright. Yes, I've been clicking. There we go. Classic Vixie. Alright, so that's gonna be it for our playthrough of the park. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'm gonna have to switch games again tomorrow. I think, I think I know which game it is. I'll say it to the stream. But thank you all for everyone for watching on Twitch and on YouTube if you're watching there as well. And we'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a nice night.